All right, guys, once again, happy Monday to you. We're starting to feel a little bit better, because we're coming off a pretty rough day in my personal bets on Pt.1 yesterday. We did drop to just 5-1 with a push in our last $7.99 daily best plays on that website. It's good for around 83% during that span. And unfortunately, $1,000 bettors, they're now up only $3,500 during that stretch after that loss. But I'm pretty optimistic today. I think we're going to turn things around. And if you think, we can bounce back here today and you want to find out if we do, the link for today's $1.99 daily best play is in the description section below. It's only going to cost you just $1.99. Now, if you're not signed up for that package, or if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm going to explain a little bit more about it in just a moment. But before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and welcome you to the video. My name is Brock Page, and I do sports picks for free right here on YouTube. I also sell my personal bets on BrockPage.com, and I have packages on that website starting at just $1.99. Now, the purpose of these YouTube videos is to provide you with free informational sports betting content. And it's also designed to generate interest in signing up for a membership on my website. Now, you may be wondering what the difference is between what I do here on YouTube and what I do on my webpage. Well, what I do here on YouTube is I'll handicap the entire slate of games in any given sport, side and total. And what I do on my website is, well, I actually share with you which one of these free YouTube picks on my channel that I'm actually betting on personally. And with that, guys, let's go ahead and dive into some free content here. Like I said, we're starting to feel a little bit better. Yesterday, it stung, in our personal bets. I wasn't feeling great about it, but we're starting to move on a little bit. I'm starting to feel very optimistic about our personal bets on the website. But anyway, let's dive into some free content. We're going to start off with Syracuse versus North Carolina, 7 o'clock Eastern tip-off on Monday, February 28th, 2022. UNC is -8 at home, totals 156. Now, the Tar Heels have been very good in Chapel Hill this season. They're 14-2 straight up at home, and they're actually in the top 20 in the nation in home three-point percentage. Very good shooting from three land. RJ Davis, he's actually drilling 40% of his three-pointers this year, and he also scores 13 points a game. Meanwhile, Armando Bacot, he's averaging over 16 points per contest himself, along with 12.5 boards. When it comes to the scoring in this one, the Tar Heels are averaging 78 points a game. Now, they're taking on a Syracuse team who struggles on the defensive end of the court themselves. These guys are allowing they're allowing 75 points a game on the road. That's a lot. And they're winning just 30% of their ball games when traveling this year. Now, when it comes to rebounding the basketball, the Orange finds themselves as one of the worst defensive rebounding teams in the ACC. Now, total-wise, Syracuse did see unders recently with the likes of Boston College, Virginia Tech, and Pitt. They're also 70% to the under in their last 10 on the road. Meanwhile, UNC saw 2 out of their last 3 fall under the line themselves. I'm going to lean toward North Carolina -8 and the under 156. Next contest, it is going to be Northwestern versus Iowa, 8 p.m. Eastern start time. Iowa's -10.5, totals 151. Now, it does look like the Hawkeyes are really hitting their stride. They're 6-1 straight up in their last 7. They scored a whole bunch of points during that span. As a matter of fact, Iowa's in the top 5 in the nation in scoring on average per contest. They're averaging 88 points a game in the Carver Hawkeye Arena this year. And they're led by Keegan Murray, who's scoring 23 points a game, along with 8 rebounds and 56% shooting from the field. Meanwhile, brother Chris Murray, he's making 40% of his three-pointers. He's also averaging double-digit points a game. Now, the Hawkeyes are currently 14-3 straight up in front of their home fans. They're taking on a sputtering Northwestern team who lost 4 out of their last 5. And they're winning only 30% of their road games. Now, the Cats are also allowing over 73 points a game when they travel. And they're letting their opponents drill 42% of their three-pointers against them away from home. That is amongst the worst in Division I. That's a terrible stat to have. Now, total-wise, Northwestern saw overs recently with the likes of Minnesota, Nebraska, and Rutgers. Meanwhile, Iowa went 6-3 to the over in their last 9. I'm going to lean toward Iowa minus 10.5. And the over 151. And with that, guys, we're going to jump into our next and final matchup for Part 1. It is going to be Baylor versus Texas, 9 p.m. Eastern start time. Baylor's -2 with the total at 134.5. And despite having an incredible year thus far, the Baylor Bears are actually struggling to grab offensive boards on the road this season. Now, Baylor's also making just 69% of their free throws when they travel. It doesn't seem like a huge problem area there, but, you know, in tight games like this, with two good teams, two very good defensive teams, those free throws matter, and it could come back to haunt them. Once again, they're not shooting very well from the stripe when they travel. Now, defensively, Baylor is allowing 70 points a game when traveling this season, and they're actually having a tough time guarding the field goal in that same category. A couple problem areas for Baylor backers here. They're taking on a Texas team who plays some of the toughest defense in the nation. As a matter of fact, these guys lead the country in fewest points allowed per contest at home. They're allowing only 52 points a game in the Irwin Center, and they're limiting their competition to just 39% shooting from the field there. Now, scoring-wise, when it comes to offensive production, Timmy Allen, he's averaging over 12 points a game, along with 6.5 boards and a couple assists. Meanwhile, Marcus Carr, he scores 11 points a game himself, along with 2 rebounds and 3 assists as well. Now, when it comes to shooting from the stripe, the Longhorns are drilling 77% of their free throws at home. When it comes to the total in this one, Texas is 12-6 to the under at the Irwin. No real surprise there. They also saw unders recently with the likes of Texas Tech, Iowa State, and Tennessee. Meanwhile, Baylor, on the other side of things, they saw 4 out of their last 7 fall under the line themselves. Plenty of unders to go around between these two ball clubs. I'm going to go ahead and lean toward the underdog Texas Longhorns +2. And the under 134.5. And with that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Don't forget to check me out on BrockPage.com. Now, if you guys do end up getting a membership here today on my website, just keep in mind, we utilize the Patreon platform. And the way Patreon does their billing is they bill you the day you sign up and then the first of every month following that. So if you do end up getting a membership here today on BrockPage.com, you're going to get billed today and then again tomorrow. So it's just the way the billing cycle falls. If I were you, I would wait until tomorrow. I'd wait until March 1st to get your max value. And I do always tell folks in every single video, the earlier in the month you sign up, the better. Now, guys, if you're thinking about getting a package on my website and you want to get access to every single bet that I give out on that webpage, you're going to want to think about signing up for my board member tier package, where board members not only get access to the board member tier bet itself, you actually get access to every single bet that I give out on that website, all the way, you get access to every single bet every day on that website. So anyway, guys, most importantly, gotta thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. Really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. And with that said, guys, happy Monday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at BrockPage.com.